Hello Virgo and welcome to Soul Sundays. Virgo, it's a quick 3-card spread for your week ahead, one for mind, body and soul. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Virgo. Oh, my lovelies, you've drawn the devil or the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, an earth sign, could be quite important in your life, or this could just be your mindset. You are in a place of fear. Now, if I remember correctly, your reading for last week was about letting go of the past, right? It was about releasing everything that you've been through, all the mistakes that you've made, that you chew over at 2 a.m. in the morning and go over in your head. It's time to let them go so that you can step into the new you that you're meant to be. Speaking of new, we have a new moon in the sign of Scorpio on the 28th of October. Now, this is not going to be the friendliest new moon. If you can adapt to change and go with the flow, you will find it an easier process, okay? If you stuff up, Virgo, and I know this is really hard for you because you tend to not make a lot of mistakes, isn't that right? You need to apologize this week, okay? The quicker and the faster that you apologize, the easier it will be to handle the energy that's coming through. But some massive major arcana energy drawn here with your first card in terms of your mindset, and that is the devil. Represents the sign of Capricorn, as I mentioned to you, but this is about, in this book it speaks about bondage, fear, self-destruction. Fear has become a scapegoat for your pain as you cower in your shadow. Step out of the shadow and fear will transform into love. You know, there's a beautiful saying that there's only ever 2 choices in life, and that's love or fear. Love versus fear. When we come from a place of love, everything flows in harmony. When we come from a place of fear, I'm not going to have enough money to pay my rent, I'm not going to have enough money to put food on the table, then what do we attract back? More of the same. This is asking you to really dig deep into your psyche and unravel anything that still ties you up in knots, okay? The shadow is a secret darkness within you. You created this place to store any feelings and situations that scare you. This could be rage, violence, revenge, rebellion, or repressed sexuality. You could be punishing yourself for things that are not your fault. What did I tell you about the 2 a.m. overthinking things, right? Or storing dreams and desires you did not think were possible. You created the shadow and you can heal it too. Your shadow is part of you that longs to be embraced and loved. It is not bad, clever, deceitful, or trying to hurt you. Like any unbalanced energy, it seeks harmony so it can realize its potential. It's the yin and yang, right? Without light, we cannot have darkness. Without darkness, we cannot see the light. This card may represent a destructive habit or relationship. Be wary of tying yourself to a situation or making a promise you will not want to keep. So again, what are you feeling? What are you fearing in your life? What are you thinking about? What are you chewing over? What is it time to let go of? What's really interesting is that the card you've drawn for your spiritual message is that of context. So, you know, this ties in perfectly with what we were just reading from that book about going over things over and over your head, particularly for things that should be left in the past. That's what your reading was from last week, right? And the meaning of this card says, interpreting one piece of the puzzle in isolation leads to error. So to release this kind of energy of fear this week as new information comes to you, as stuff comes through, whether it be in a relationship, a business partnership, whatever it may be, it's important to view that information or that piece of information in light, right? In the context that it deserves. Avoid reading too much into something. Taking in the fuller picture will take time and effort, but it will bring the perspective required. A flyaway comment or aside means nothing on its own. An overreaction or misunderstanding causes unnecessary fireworks. Truer meaning comes with broader context. So if you want to get to the heart of something, if you want to know why something's causing you fear within a relationship or uneasiness, if you want to know why something's causing you fear within a family relationship, within the bonds of work, whatever it is for you, it's important that you see everything in context. I've been saying this in all of the readings, but I'll say it particularly for you, Virgo. This is not the week to act, okay? This is also not the week to go and chew over and over on your thoughts. This is the week of really getting clear about your shadow side, understanding, is that comment, is that thought, is that thing coming from a place of love, or is it coming from a place of fear? Okay, why did I react that way? Oh, because I fear that that new person that I'm dating is going to hurt me. Why did I react that way to my colleague who's always freaking annoying and in my face and in my personal space? Because I don't like someone being in my personal space, and I fear that if they get too close to me, they'll notice the big zit on my chin, or whatever it may be, okay? I really want you this week to delve deep and have a look at your psyche and have a look at the context of why you react the way that you do. In order of doing that, then you'll be able to see things clearly and then make a unbiased decision, a neutral decision, okay? You have a very interesting message for your health this week. It's about getting a second opinion. For some of you, you're entering into spring in the southern hemisphere, and for some of you, it's autumn. But I'm getting a lot of allergies and stuff about breathing, asthma, that kind of thing. They're tightening like my airways as I speak to you is like a sign. So if that's something that you're struggling with, it's asking you to get a second opinion of whoever it is that you're seeing, okay? Whew. All right, Virgo, that was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And I'll be back with you next week. Take care.